So we in Torah this week, we're in a very big moment. It's kind of a infamous moment in the history of our people. At this point, we've been on a geographic journey of traveling through the wilderness, and now we're about to transition into a spiritual journey of traveling through the wilderness. We've left Egypt. We've had some epiphanous moments. Walls of water, amazing. Crossing to the other side. A little while later, coming to a mountain on fire, shaking with shofarot blowing, like there's shofar blowing coming out of a mountain. That's pretty awesome. And then there's these stones with instructions on how to be a community, and it's like amazing. So there's been that. There's been these epiphanies. And then in between, there's been a lot of struggle and complaining and difficulty and questioning. And if you look at a map, from Egypt to Eretz Yisrael is not that long. It's not that far geographically. So we've been traveling, like camping, traveling, trying to get there. Until now, when we're close. We're close to getting there, to the promised land. And here's where it all changes. Some scouts are sent out, one from each tribe, to tell the people what they see when they go into the land. And they come back, and it's not good. Not good, they say. This is not a good plan. This plan that we've been out all along about, like, we're going to travel from here to there and then enter there, no. It's too much. We can't do it. We should probably go back. And just to say, this is not the first time they've said, let's go back to the spiritual Egypt, to the place of oppression and difficulty that is known, the place of challenge that's known instead of the unknown. The unknown might be leading to liberation, but when it gets hard, let's go back to the known, because I know that kind of difficulty, and this, I don't know. Might be great, could be awful, it's unknown. I'm not with this. So if we rewind like just one step, just the parsha before, they were saying that before. They just said, where's our meat? Okay, so the people are getting manna, bread from heaven, without doing anything. No agriculture, no hunting. We can camp and move as we please because we're going to be fed. In faith, we will receive this daily bread. And just a second ago, they said, enough with the daily bread. We don't like the taste. How about some meat? How about we go back to Egypt where there was fish and melon and slavery, but something that we knew. We knew the life there. And this is so hard for this long to be in the unknown. But this is our lives. We get moments of great epiphany. But most of it is wilderness. And it's hard. The unknown is hard. So let's go back, they just said. And right after saying let's go back, they said let's choose one from each tribe to go see what looking forward is like. One of my big questions about this Torah portion is like, what was the process for choosing the representative from each tribe? Right? It doesn't tell us. I think it could have gone really differently. If it was like, okay, we're looking for a representative from each tribe. We'd like to know how you're doing first. What state are you in before entering in to see what's possible in the unknown? How are you doing? Are you ready for this? We don't hear that. We don't hear the process. We just hear somebody was named from each tribe. And they went in and they come back saying it's overwhelming. They are giants. And we are like grasshoppers. And we cannot do this. But they don't just say that that they are giants. They say Beinenu, in our eyes. We are like grasshoppers. In our eyes, we're so small. We can only imagine what they think of us. In our eyes, we see ourselves this way. This is not going to work out. Then Joshua and Caleb say, actually, this is going to work out. We're seeing this differently. We're seeing possibility. This is possible. This is possible. We can do this. We're seeing something different than you guys are seeing. We think we can do this. So they were clearly in a different state when they set out to sea, or something convinced them. So because it was the majority of the scouts that didn't want to do this, that's when it becomes a spiritual journey, and God says, okay, you just went there for 40 days to scout the land. We're going to say for every day there'll be a year of staying in the wilderness and growing. So 40 years of growing, and then you can cross into the promised land. Maybe there will be a way then in that state to see differently. And that is where they call it wandering. It's not really wandering, right? Because they were there geographically. It's growing and transitioning to a new generation. That was the significant part of what needed to grow. So if I go back to the scouts, the majority, the 10 that said, this is not okay. And then we go to Joshua and Caleb saying, this is okay, we got this. It struck me this week as I've been with this Torah portion, how it would be great to hold both together, right? It would be great to hold the 10 scouts who are really scared and struggling to be with what is. Very scared and struggling to be with what is and not thinking that it's possible, together with Joshua and Caleb, who are able to hold what's possible. That if there could have been some coming together of both. And I've been sitting with this idea of how, because that was my question to you, how do we sit with what is, be with what is, and imagine what's possible? Be with what is without fear overwhelming us, without fear. It's really fear. It's what it is when they're in the land. It's fear. Fear, doubting oneself. Fear, not being able to see what is because of fear. And being able to see it and hold possibility for what can change. Be with what is and hold what's possible. Be with what is and hold what's possible. Be with what is right here and hold what's possible moving forward. And making space for both. We need both. So in my life at the moment, I am trying to do that. I am trying to be with what is without fear and hold what's possible moving forward. And the biggest way, the strongest symbol for that I cannot get away from if I tried, is my hair. My hair. It started coming out in these like wisps. My hair, I'm in the second round of chemotherapy now. I completed it. I'm about to do the third and final, and then move on to the radiation. And so I'm with this hair as it's falling out, and then made the choice to go ahead and just release this hair. And so here it is, everyone. This is it. This is my hair now that it is gone. And there is this way, oh my, it feels really good to touch it. There is this way in which it is this constant, everyday reminder of what is. There is no way for me to dance around what is because what is right here. And I have never seen my head before. It is an entirely different experience. And when I was a teenager and longed to be like Sinead O'Connor and like thought I could do that, but never had the guts to do that. And now it is here and it is my head. And it shows me that this is real. This is happening. As unbelievable as it is to have a very rare, completely rare, and thank God, completely treatable growth on the other side of my ear. that this is happening. It is what's real. Every time I need to be reminded, I'm reminded. By touch and especially by look. And then there's this way that in seeing this, my head this way, and my willingness to go through this with my full heart and soul, it is also about what's possible. My hair is also about what's possible. It's about what I'm holding as I'm moving forward. And it's so many questions around, do you cover it with a wig? Do you cover it with a hat? Or do I say, this is what is, and I am fighting with my full heart and soul to get to what's possible? And there's a way in which having no hat on and having no wig on fully allows me to state that I am here with this and I am moving forward. And what comes to my mind every time I look at my head is grace and grit. This is grace and grit. Oh, you're clapping. This is grace and grit every day when I look at it. I'm moving forward with grace and with fight, with grit. So, may each of you, may all of us hold the 10 scouts and Joshua Caleb all inside of us all at once. May you see what is with clarity, and may you hold what can be and fight to make it so. Shabbat Shalom.
Wake up, open your eyes. The fallen sun is on the rise. Look up and realize the sky is endless, and there is nothing but this moment. So speak up today these words that have been lying on your heart. Let them out and lift up this heavy weight you have been carrying around. Let go for a Wake up, open your eyes. The fallen sun is on the rise. Look up and realize the sky is endless, and there is nothing